Hey everybody, how are you today? Yep, video number 2 today. Happy Mother's Day! Anyway, before we get going on our subject of tires, this is my new camera. Yeah. Now, I have to say, for a $42 camera, that includes $5.99 shipping, it's not bad. The problem is, the app that you're supposed to be able to download to your phone doesn't work. Not only for me, but for the hundreds of people who's commented about this in the videos or the comments. But I can't see what I'm videoing, and I normally can see myself, so I'm hoping these come out okay. I'm hoping the sound is clear. My last video was also done with my new camera. It is an action sports camera, similar to a GoPro. The problem is, again, I can't see what I'm doing on my phone. I have to actually download to my computer, then back down to my phone to be able to edit. But you know what? If it gives us better quality videos, it's worth it, right? I have to say that my last video was nice and bright. And again, I have dark out curtains, you guys, in my whole house. So there's barely any light in here. So, and really, there's a lot of light that comes through this little camera. I mean, you can see every wrinkle, and I even have shadows. So, anyway, this is my new $40 camera. Anyway, I'd like to take it out on Lucy Lou, my scooter, one day, put her to the handlebars, and let you guys take a ride with me. Something I really haven't been doing because of the crazy shifts that I've been working. Anyway, our subject today is tires. Let's get into it. Okay. You know, I talk about my cost all the time. What I haven't talked about is things that may arise that you should have a little nest egg somewhere, because these things can really run some money in an RV, travel trailer, van even. I can't put a lot away every month, but I try to put away a little bit. So not only this video, but maybe one or two after is going to talk about some of the things that may come up that you're going to have a little nest egg to help accommodate. Just saying. One of the things, I'm sorry, that I never thought about when I became a nomad and I purchased Betty Sue, my Class C, was tires. When I bought that RV, the tires on it appeared to be in very good condition. They were Goodyears. He showed me a brand new spare in the back, which he ended up trading out before I took possession of that, which is something that was so chopped up and beat up they wouldn't put it on. So I want to get into the tires on our vehicles, our RVs, okay? Now on Betty Sue, my Class C, those tires held 80 pounds of pressure. See, with every RV, there are a different class of tires that you have to have. I know, this was stuff I had no clue of, you guys. None. And with Betty Sue, her tires had to hold 80 pounds of pressure. Now that takes you to a whole new class of tire, a whole new expense of tire. The cheapest tires that I could find for Betty Sue were at Discount Tire at $125 to $130 a tire. Now that didn't include balancing stems and all that. You know how they just add and add? So out the door was about $150 a tire, you guys. Also, if the tires on your RV are over 10 years old, they won't even put a spare on a flat. I'm talking the tow trucks companies won't, the tire shops won't, and there's a code on every tire that tells them the year it was manufactured and the month. And if that tire is over 10 years old, no matter how good of a condition, they will not put that on your rig. This brings me to another point. You know, when we buy our rigs, we'll walk around and check our rigs, but we check them usually for tread. How much tread do we have left on this tire? Well, when I bought Betty Sue and I walked that rig, there was tons of tread on these tires. What I didn't see, what I didn't know, and what I didn't realize was sun rot. Yeah, sun rot. And you know, sun rot is gotten not just by sitting somewhere, but it's gotten by being in the middle of nowhere. It's gotten by being on the streets. It's gotten by being parked at RV parks, RV resorts. Sun rot can cause havoc on your tires, so much so that if you don't tend to it, a blowout can kill you. Now, one thing I did not know was I always, as in a car, when I was learning to drive, I was told that if I had a blowout up front, I would lose control. Well, thinking that, I made sure when I bought Betty Sue that the front tires were in perfect condition, so I thought. Well, in an RV, it's way different. With a dually, it's way different. And another thing that I thought, with a dually, I have 2 tires on each side. If I blow one, I still got a dually back there. That's not the case, you guys. The fact is that if you have a blowout in an RV in a back tire, you can flip your rig. I know, who would have thought, right? Shocked this girl. I mean, it really shocked me. I mean, so much that I had learned about cars just don't apply to RVs. So you have to make sure that if you do have good tires, that you protect those tires. And they have tire covers. And I know, you don't see people on YouTube with RVs putting little white shelters on their tires out in the middle of nowhere. But the fact is, it's worth the investment. You can get 2 different sizes. You got to measure those tires because we're going to talk about this. There's different class of tires for different RVs, okay? But you can get different size covers for your tires at Walmart for like $26 for 2. So it'd be $50 for 4. Now, on your dualies, covering the front tire is sufficient because the back tire is pretty much protected. But my suggestion to save yourself just a wee bit of cash is it's worth buying those covers for your tires. And you know, in some of my early videos when I was out boondocking and I couldn't afford those, I even put towels over my tires to keep the sun from rotting them. You know, not only do we have to worry about sun rot, you know, a lot of the boondocking spots, and if you watch a lot of these boondockers, not a lot of them venture off-road. And the reason why, especially in the Arizona desert, there are a lot of sharp rocks that will cut your tires. And I mean, slice them like butter. That's what happened to the spare that he switched out in Betty Sue. It had chunks, you guys, of rubber missing. I kid you not, from rock damage. They were anywhere from 1 inch thick to 3 inches wide, all over the tire. So if you're on a washboard road, I don't care how many people are behind you. I don't do over 5 miles an hour on that road. Because not only are you going to mess up your tires if you hit sharp rocks, you're going to mess up your suspension, your U-joints, your ball joints, your ball bearings. And that's what happened to Betty Sue. The idiot that owned Betty Sue before me flew down these washboard roads without a thought in his little brain about the damage he was doing to the front of that beautiful rig. Because Betty Sue was a beautiful rig. I loved that rig. But the fact was, I couldn't drive her. She was a danger. On Betty Sue, I had to replace 3 tires and a spare. Now, the front tire was warped. The front driver's tire was warped and shaped like an egg. I couldn't even use that tire for a spare. So when I replaced that tire, I couldn't use it in the back with the damaged tire. So it's a good one. My point is, I know, my point is if you are buying new tires for your rig, pick the best tire that they're taking off to use for your spare. Now make sure that that tire isn't over 10 years old. Again, if a tire on an RV is over 10 years old, they will not mount it. Bottom line. So, how much did Betty Sue's tires cost me? Each tire was approximately $150. Yeah, that was the cost of a tire. Insurance, you have to buy insurance now for your tires, and then it don't cover a whole lot. You get a slice in it, it's not going to cover it. So that's why I'm saying be gentle on your rigs as you're traveling down dirt roads. You hardly see these high subscriber YouTube channels going down dirt roads. Just say it. Just say it. You see them on really nice roads. You don't see them bumping along. Yeah. And it's because tires are expensive. So always have a little fun. Even if you can only put away $25 a month, put away enough money to replace a tire should you need to. And if you're buying or assuming a loan or getting an owner carry on any RV, take those tires to a Big O, a Discount Tire, somebody, and let them tell you the condition of your tires. Let them tell you how old those tires are, because that is a huge expense. Think about this, $150 per tire, and if you have to replace 6 of them, and that's using one of your old tires for a spare, because that would make 7, that's a lot of money. And that's for a Class C, you guys. Now, your travel trailers are a little bit different. Your travel trailers will pretty much hold a heavy-duty truck tire or car tire. And so you're looking at anywhere from $50 a tire. And if you go high dollar, $100 a tire. That's not bad. You know, I'll let you in on a little secret. I would love, and as much as I love Halo, I would love a travel trailer, a small one, with a truck. That's been my dream all along. I just keep getting moving homes. But the cheapest for you to replace if you're in an RV is going to be on a travel trailer. The most expensive, I know, is going to be on a Class A like Halo. You guys, the tires on Halo hold a minimum pressure of 120 pounds. So we go from a Class C that holds 80 pounds of pressure to a Class A that holds 120 pounds of pressure. These are diesel truck tires. These tires, and I kid you not, can run you anywhere from $750 a tire to well over $200 or $2,000 a tire. Now, think about this. If you have 6 tires on your Class A, which 99.9% of them have dualies in the back, you're looking at a lot of money to replace tires on your Class A. My suggestion, again, is if you are buying a Class A, if you're assuming a loan or you're getting an owner carry, the first thing is to get that rig in, get those tires checked, get your U-joints, your ball bearings, and your ball joints checked on that rig. Because those all together, your tires on a Class A or C, ball joints, bearings, and U-joints can run you guys $20,000. I don't know what kind of good deal you can get on one, but the fact is when we think about the shoes, I call them the shoes of our homes, they are very expensive. This is a cost that will wipe you out, totally wipe you out. Now, on Betty Sue, I needed to replace every tire on there. And what I did was every month, I replaced 1 tire. But you have to think about this. Even $150 a month coming out of your budget is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So my suggestion is tuck away $25 or $50 a month, what you can afford for those emergencies. Because in my other videos that I'm doing after this one, there are a few more emergencies that are very costly. You know, the fact is that it's very cheap to be a nomad. The other fact is it's very costly to keep your rig in top running condition. I mean, just recently we've seen people having to replace transmissions, brakes, Betty Sue, the whole front end and back end. I mean, upkeep can cost a lot of money. You know, I don't have a, what are those things called that, I don't have a patio that can extend out a shade. Whoever owned this rig before me left it out on a windy day and it was ripped off. Do you know to replace that it would be way over $1,000? That's why when I was offered that shade tent, I jumped on it. And I was taught how to tie that baby down. No matter if I'm in an RV resort or I'm in the middle of nowhere, my shade tent's not going anywhere. Just saying. So when you're ready to buy, assume a loan, or get an own or carry, make a checklist of things that are important. Because not only this video am I going to help you understand the things you've got to check, but I'm also going to help you with that list. You know, one of my tricks to getting an RV when you have no money down and no credit and you make only so much a month is by own or carry. But the fact is we have to understand and realize that when we get an own or carry, it's not necessarily because these people just aren't using that RV anymore. We have to accept the fact that there could be something so wrong with that RV that they don't want to invest $10,000, $20,000 to get that RV up and running. Just saying. Currently on Halo, I have one tire that has a slow leak. I'm looking at $750 to $1,000 to replace that tire alone. Now that happened before I got this RV. Do I have tire protectors on my RV? Absolutely. All the way around. It's definitely worth it to me for $50 to protect my tires from sun damage. Because those cracks, you can't see. You don't know walking around that you have sun damage. The naked eye and people like us, we don't know what sun damage looks like. But the people at Big O and Discount Tires, any tire shop, can look at that tire and say, this has mega sun damage. It's a danger. And you guys, sun damage weakens your tires. They're absolutely dangerous. So, this is one of the maintenance upkeeps that I have to do a video on. You know, I advocate, if possible, for people to go out and be nomadic, to live in their home that travels, be it an RV, a van, a travel trailer. But the fact is, the expenses can be humongous. It's like that girl who just got a new rig, who bragged that rig up. She just tried to take that rig to Alaska, knowing that the tranny in it was weak. Now, you're talking a 20-year-old RV that has over 200,000 miles on it. Of course, that RV is going to have a weak tranny. My RV has less than 22,000 miles on it. When you lift up the lid to my RV, her guts look brand new, right down to the paper that's in there. But also, you have to realize that sun rot not only goes from our tires, it goes to our rubber seals, our gaskets, and everything up underneath that hood as well. So even if you get an RV with very low mileage, if it's very old, there very well can be sun damage up underneath that as well. Anyway, I hope this has helped you just a wee bit in understanding some of the things that you might encounter in cost. You guys make a nest egg. Once you get your RV and you've had it checked out, make a nest. Now when something goes out, you're not like the rest of them up here, begging because now you're stuck in Alaska, and I told you guys it was going to happen. Did I not, like 5 videos ago, say she's heading for Alaska, she's going to be begging for a new tranny? Sure enough, last week, she's on there begging for a new tranny. Broke down in Alaska. So, be self-sufficient. Start saving a little bit of money here and there. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult, especially in these times and ages. But the fact is, if you have that rig checked, if you have those tires checked, then you'll know without a doubt that you have so many years left on those tires before you have to replace anything. That gives us ample time to save up for that $200 tire, $1,000 tire, or $100 tire, depending on what you live in. Anyway, I want to remind you guys all to love yourself, because if you don't love you, ain't nobody gonna love you. Have a great day. Get out and do something for yourself. Peace.